Hello and welcome everyone to Quick Album Reviews. I'm CJ Metal and today I want to share with you all some music from the underground. Since I started Quick Album Reviews about over a year ago now, I have been asked by many bands to review their music. That number has only increased since I started an Instagram page. I have heard everything from singles to full lengths over the past year. And do you know why I listen to these things? Because in order for metal music to survive and thrive, it has to be shared. I listen to these demos, EPs, and full lengths from all these bands because a lot of them are just getting started and they need some help getting their music out there, to a broader base. Since a lot of these bands are new to the scene, who knows, maybe one day they will become a big name in the metal scene. I mean, you gotta think about this. There was a time people didn't know who Metallica was, or Pantera, or Cannibal Corpse, or even Black Sabbath. All these guys started off as nobodies, but they gained popularity because people liked their music and because people shared their music as well. And I want to share with you some of the bands that have sent me their music. Now, this will be part of a series that I'm going to start, so if you don't see your band's music here right now, don't worry about it. Your time will come, unless I die, in which case I sincerely apologize for not getting to your music. To kick off this series, let's start with a doom metal band from Brazil. Did you know Brazil made doom metal? Yeah, neither did I. Skullord released their debut demo, In Death, in 2019. What I liked about their demo is that the band plays in the style of old school doom metal, kind of like Black Sabbath, but it has a stoner doom tone to it, so there's a little twist on it. The riffs on here are slow, heavy, and doomy, for lack of a better way of saying it. The bass is audible and the bass also helps bring a deeper sound to the music as well. And the drums are doing their own thing because drums just kind of do their own thing in doom metal. And it's always nice to see a new band want to continue an older style or an old school style, or you know what I mean. Now, if you're looking for a modern band who plays old school doom metal, check no further than Skullord. Up next, we have Lana Laws and her album Kalasin. I already made a full-length review of this album. If you want to check that out, you can. Otherwise, here's a quick summary. Released in 2019, this instrumental symphonic / progressive album sounds like metal video game music. I do mean that in the best way possible. It has a ton of keyboard, real symphonics, and other stuff that gives this album an epic yet melodic and classical sound. Lana actually sent me a link with a ton of reviews of this album and the praise it received, so you know this is going to be some good stuff. So if you're looking for some epic sounding metal that isn't power metal, I suggest going and checking out Lana Laws because she knows what she's doing, and it's some really interesting stuff, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to see what she does in the future, actually, because I'm kind of fascinated by her music. And finally, we have Dead Like Juliet and their album Stranger Shores. Released in 2018, this metalcore / hardcore album isn't full of breakdowns every minute like every single other metalcore album that comes out nowadays, so we're off to a good start. Don't get me wrong, there still is breakdowns on this album, they're just less frequent, so in case you're wondering. So on this album, we do get some good headbanging riffs and some heavy metalcore style vocals. I'm actually glad to finally found a metalcore band who doesn't include clean vocals. I actually liked the aggressive tone throughout this album. It really gave it a push into heavier territory because there is a bit of melody to it, but the heaviness is still prominent, and the melody doesn't overpower it to the point where it becomes, melodic metalcore, and it's not cheesy and stuff like that. So if you're looking for some heavy metalcore that doesn't go overboard on the breakdowns and that isn't cheesy, I highly suggest checking out Dead Like Juliet. And that's going to wrap it up for Music from the Underground Part 1. I know I didn't go into depth about these albums, but the whole point of this series is to help introduce these bands and, give a sense of who they are so you as the audience could go check them out, because obviously I already have. And I want these bands to succeed. I want all metal bands to succeed. And the only way a band can succeed is if people share their music and people check them out. So go ahead and give these bands, artists, whatever you want to call them, a follow on Spotify. Go follow them on Bandcamp. Go buy their merch. Go buy, just help support them, even if it's just listening to them, because that's really what all comes down to is, the best you can do for a band is just listen to it. Whether or not you like it, that doesn't matter. As long as you just go and listen to it, that's supporting them. So go support them. I will continue this series if this video does well, so you guys can go support more bands. And, check out some new music too, because like I said, a lot of these bands are just starting, so I doubt you've heard of them so far. So, I'm just trying to do my part in the music community that I love. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you tell a friend to do the same. Go support these bands, and have a great day, everyone.